Hey, Social Psych. So today I want to give you a little example about social loafing and the dreaded group project and what you might try doing if you wind up being assigned a group project and you have a knucklehead in your group who is not doing the work they're supposed to do. And this is actually a true story. This actually happened here on this campus. It's been about 20 years ago, something like that. And the student was Gordon. I remember him. He took social psych. And the next semester, he was taking a class in the communication department. And it was this experimental class, a 95 class, a 395 class, that was about new media. So this was before social media and all that. I know, we barely had electricity at the time. And so it was sort of communicating using the new medium. And the entire class was made up of this giant group project where each group was given a theme that they had to do something, right? Some kind of big presentation that was open to the campus at the end of the semester. It was like senior level class. And so my student Gordon was in a group, and there's a person in the group who was just not doing their work, and it was really annoying. And so he came to me, and he was very frustrated, and he says, "Can you help me?" And I said, sure. So I photocopied the sections from our text on social loafing, and I gave him some suggestions for what he might do. And I knew the professor, so I called him, and I was like, hey, just so you know, this is what's going on. And he's like, oh, yeah, cool, thanks. Because this guy was, he had studied some psychology, so he was totally into it. So Gordon went to the professor and talked to him, and I never did hear what had happened until it was the end of the semester when I got an invitation to go to the presentation. I was like, oh, I'm going to go check this out. So I went. It was a public, in one of the big theaters on campus. And there were like half a dozen groups, and they would each, they would get up and they would have one group did a film, this big film that they had acted out and produced and everything. And another group did a play, and they did all kinds of cool, stuff that made use of like video recording and that kind of stuff. And they all had a group grade. And then Gordon's group came up, and each of the four individuals did a separate thing. Like one person got up and had written a song about the theme and had recorded that. And then another person had done like a video of sort of montage about the theme. And then this dude got up, read a paragraph from a sheet of paper, and I looked over at Gordon, he looked at me, and he was like, and sat back down. And then Gordon got up, and he had done a sort of a spoken word thing that had some special effects and that kind of stuff. So a little public shaming it never hurts when you've got somebody who should be doing their work and they're not, and they think they're going to get away with it. Well, making their contribution identifiable can sometimes fix that. And thankfully, the professor was open to that. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're in a group project and there's a knucklehead in your group that is not wanting to do the work, get a hold of me, and maybe I can help you figure something out, because I don't like that. If you're in a group and it's a group project, everybody should be doing the work. I think group grades are a bad idea, and that's why I just don't do group projects that have group grades where someone can hide. Okay? So there you have it. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.